Okay, so this little trig experiment, we've got a few things here. I've got my tape measure, I've got some pencil and paper. Now we're gonna look at a tree, see how high it is. Try to figure it out using trig. So this tree here, I've got a swing hanging. If you can see, it's hard to see exactly how high up it goes, but that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. And I know about how much rope I used there, so I'm gonna use that knowledge to kind of guesstimate that and use trig to see if it's accurate. All right, so we have my tape measure and I put it directly underneath the swing. And we're gonna follow it out all the way out to 30 feet. And this is where I'm gonna stand 30 feet out and kind of make an estimate on an angle to see if we can figure out how tall this tree is, or how tall the limb is where I've got this hanging. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use myself and kind of get an angle of elevation. I'm gonna kind of mark it on my pad, and I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna get inside and use a protractor and figure out what the angle is, and then I get to start doing the math. So I held my pen up, or my paper up, and I used it to draw a line that shows about the angle from my eye up to the limb. One last thing I remembered I needed to figure out is the height from my eyes down, so I need to know how tall my eyes are, because that's going to come into play in the calculations. So let's figure that out real quick. On the ground, roughly, what is that? 88 inches, is that what that says? 66, 68, 69, 70. So we're looking at like 69 and a half inches to my eyes. So I'll have to write that down. I went online and found a printable protractor at inchcalculator.com. Printed it out. I've printed out my protractor, I have cut it out, and now I'm going to use it to figure out the angle. So we're going to say that's about 56 degrees. 56 degrees. Oh, move that out. All right, now I get to set everything up. My fantastic drawing showing the red squiggly triangle that was basically formed 56 degrees. It was the angle of elevation from my eyes up to the limb. I was 30 feet away. The black line is the total that I'm trying to figure out how high the tree is. I'm going to have to add that 69.5 inches. So let's look at how that math is going to look. Okay, so we started with the basic triangle with a 56 degree angle. We know that the x value is 30 and we're looking for the y value. Remember, the y value is just the portion of the triangle not added to the 69.5 inches. So we set up tangent 56 equals y over 30. We multiply both sides by 30. We get y equals 30 tan 56. So y is approximately 44.476829 feet. So that gives us the length there, but we need to add that 69.5 inches. So we're going to go ahead and do some dimensional analysis, and we'll say 69.5 inches. We know there's 12 inches in 1 foot. The inches will cancel out, leaving us with 5.7916 repeating feet. We add that together and we get a total of 50.2684 feet, which is pretty close to what I figure because I used a 100-foot rope to hang that swing, and it is completely doubled up and I had some to spare, so not too bad an approximation for 50 feet. So that was just a quick and dirty little example of, just a basic type of trig problem that you could do at home. Didn't take very little specialized equipment. Used my eyes, used a pencil, used a tape measure to measure some distance. It was just something that I could use the trig that I know to kind of see if I could figure something out. So if you could figure out a nice little project like that, that's awesome. That would be perfect. I like the idea of making a video. It's something that I can show other people and will live on in infamy. So hopefully you get a lot from this.